Alright, so AirPods Pro have been out for about 6 months now, and I think it's a good idea to take a look at tech after it's been out for a couple months, just because a lot of the problems that come up with these kinds of things don't really show themselves until after you've been using them for a while. So I've been using these as my daily drivers since they came out, and I've had a mixed experience. The main reason that I got these in the first place, and the main reason I'm still using them as my daily drivers, is actually the case. The case is small enough to make them actually pocketable, which is awesome because, first of all, it means that you don't have to carry around a bag with you. And when you have to carry around the earbuds in a bag all the time, it means that when you want to use them, you have to kind of just take it off and fumble around in there to get them every time you want to use them. So being able to just store them in your pocket and get them out whenever you want to use them is a much better solution in my opinion. And I know it sounds kind of stupid, but this is probably my favorite feature, I guess you could call it, of the AirPods. Speaking of the case, I love that it comes with wireless charging, so that you don't have to buy an extra wireless charging case. And being able to plop it on a wireless charging stand has just been way easier than fumbling around with a plug and trying to find the port every time I want to charge them. But I will say that there has been kind of a quirk when it comes to charging them, and I don't really know if it's just my unit or if it's just how they are, but basically what'll happen is when you're charging things, whether it be wired or wireless, the earbuds will turn on even if the case remains closed the entire time. And the reason that's kind of annoying is just because sometimes I got my phone connected to a Bluetooth speaker or something like that, and when I'm charging my AirPods, sometimes they'll just turn on randomly and kind of steal the Bluetooth connection away from my speaker. And I can usually fix this just by going into the settings and disconnecting the AirPods or something like that, but it's just annoying that I have to do that. After it happens a lot and over a long period of time, you just start to get really annoyed at it. And last thing about the case, and one of my favorite things, is actually just it is so satisfying. Like, you just don't get tired of it. So as far as sound quality is concerned, they're just okay, and they're definitely not the best headphones I've ever tried. And to be totally honest, I was a little bit underwhelmed when I first tried them on. The bass was kind of lacking and the vocals were not the clearest I've ever heard. But after using them for a while, you kind of get used to the sound signature and the quality in general. Certain earbuds like the original AirPods were just so bad that I never wanted to use them for anything, but these are much better. And especially if you haven't used studio monitors before or high quality headphones and that kind of thing, you'll be very satisfied with the sound quality on these. Another feature, and one that I was definitely not underwhelmed by, was the active noise cancellation. While they aren't as good as something like my Bose headphones, they're still very impressive, especially considering that these are earbuds and not big headphones that go around your ear. The noise cancellation comes in really handy, especially when I'm mowing the lawn and I have to drown out the sound of the motor, or if I'm in a crowded area and I really need to focus and get some work done. Definitely no complaints in that area. However, something that I do have a major complaint about is reliability. So in my time of using these, I've had two major issues. The first was an issue with the charging case. After a few weeks, the wired charging port broke. And for me personally, it wasn't a big deal because, like I said earlier, I like to charge them wirelessly anyways. But if you're somebody who doesn't have a wireless charging station, or if you just prefer wires, then I can imagine it'd be very, very frustrating for you. Second, and probably more annoying for me, I'd say, was an issue with connectivity. So basically what would happen is about 70% of the time, I'd say, I'd take the earbuds out of the case like normal and put them in my ears, and only one of them would connect. And usually just putting them back in the case and reconnecting them would solve it, but sometimes I'd have to do it multiple times. And it just got really time consuming because you have to wait for the earbuds to actually turn off, and sometimes it takes a little while for them to actually turn off when you put them in the case. So sometimes it would take upwards of 10 to 15 minutes to actually get them to work, which was really annoying for me because I usually only have 15 minutes between my classes, and I wouldn't be able to use them before I had to go to my next class. And on top of those big ones, I also had a bunch of little minor bugs and glitches here and there. Like sometimes when I connect the earbuds, both of them will connect, but they won't be synced up, so it'll kind of sound like there's an echoing effect going on. And I've also had issues where I take the earbuds out and I find out that only one of them has been charging the entire time. but those minor ones didn't really happen too often, so they aren't a big deal to me. And I know that these are probably some issues that I can bring up with customer support and have them replace them, but I just don't really think that's a good excuse for not having a good product in the first place. Like, I would just much rather have them work and not have to go through the trouble of calling customer service and waiting on hold and going through customer service menus. So bottom line is that when these things work, they're awesome and they're probably my favorite wireless headphones ever. The combination of the small form factor of the case as well as the noise cancellation just makes them a complete winner in my book. But I don't really think that's the whole story here because, at least in my opinion, it doesn't really matter how good they are when they work if, like in my case, they aren't working 70% of the time. But I don't really know if the problems that I had were specific to my unit, so you may be able to buy these and have no problems at all. And in that case, I think that they're a great buy and they're totally worth the money. But based on my experience and some of the issues that I've had, I find it kind of hard to fully endorse these and just say go for it. But again, like I said, if you don't run into these problems, I really do think that they are a great pair of headphones that you will really enjoy. And yeah, guys, that's it. That's my review on the AirPods Pro, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys liked it, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.